Is the man you are today a shadow of the man you remember? For countless men over 60, that question hits startlingly close to home. It's estimated that over 40% of older adults are deficient in key nutrients that directly impact energy and vitality. This isn't just about feeling a bit tired, it's about life's vibrancy gradually dimming. Imagine David, a man who once greeted each day with vigor. Now, at 63, the thought of his beloved workshop, the laughter of his grandchildren, even a simple evening walk with his wife, felt overshadowed by a persistent, draining fatigue. He'd started to believe this was just the way it is, an inevitable decline. But what if it isn't? What if the key to reigniting that fire, to reclaiming that lost energy and performance, was hidden in plain sight within the very building blocks of health? David's story isn't unique. He found himself retreating, not by choice, but because he felt he had to. The ambitious projects in his workshop, once a source of immense satisfaction, now gathered dust. His patience wore thin more easily, casting a subtle chill on interactions that used to bring him joy. He'd make excuses to avoid a game of chase with his grandkids. The ache in his joints and the sheer lack of get up and go were too much to ignore. Mornings were a struggle, not a fresh start. He'd look in the mirror and see not just an aging face, but a reflection of fading enthusiasm. This wasn't just physical. It was a deep-seated weariness that seeped into his spirit, making him feel older than his years, a spectator in his own life rather than an active participant. He was convinced his best, most energetic years were firmly in the past. This quiet resignation, this acceptance of a lesser life, is a thief that robs many men of the joy and engagement they still deserve. One afternoon, while idly browsing online, more out of habit than hope, David stumbled upon an article. It didn't talk about miracle cures, but about fundamental science, the significant impact of specific micronutrients on the aging body, particularly for men over 60. It detailed how deficiencies, often silent and overlooked, could be at the root of this pervasive energy drain. A spark of his old curiosity flickered. Could it really be this straightforward? He decided, with a healthy dose of skepticism mixed with a sliver of hope, to investigate further. His focus landed on 3 particular vitamins that kept appearing in credible research and expert discussions. First on his list was vitamin D. David had always associated it with bone health, something for children or perhaps very elderly women. He wasn't aware of its vital role in muscle strength, mood regulation, overall energy, and, importantly for men, testosterone production. As he looked into it more, he learned that as men age, their skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, and dietary intake often falls short. This deficiency is remarkably common in older adults and is directly linked to fatigue, muscle weakness, and even feelings of depression. Symptoms David knew all too well. He learned that vitamin D plays a key role in allowing the body to absorb calcium, which is essential for maintaining strong bones. But its influence extends far beyond that. It plays a significant role in supporting mood and sustaining overall energy levels. For men over 60, its connection to testosterone production is particularly noteworthy, as healthy testosterone levels are intrinsically linked to energy, stamina, and a sense of vitality. Studies have indeed shown a positive association between vitamin D levels and testosterone. Compelled by this information, David decided to consult his doctor. A simple blood test confirmed what the research suggested. His vitamin D levels were low. On his doctor's advice, he began taking vitamin D supplements, alongside making an effort to get safe sun exposure and incorporating more vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish and fortified dairy into his diet. Initially, the changes were subtle. A slight lifting of the morning fog, perhaps. A little less effort to get out of his chair. But over several weeks, David started to notice a more distinct shift. Resilience was returning to his muscles, a small but definite improvement in his overall get up and go. It wasn't a dramatic overnight transformation, but it was enough to make him feel that a page was turning. The expert tip he'd read resonated. Experts often recommend regular testing and supplementation, especially for those with limited sun exposure for men over 60. He was beginning to understand that this sunshine vitamin truly was a powerhouse. Encouraged, David turned his attention to the second vitamin, vitamin B12. He discovered it's an absolute linchpin for energy metabolism, essential for converting the food he ate into usable fuel. What's more, B12 is vital for forming red blood cells and for maintaining healthy brain function. A deficiency could manifest as serious fatigue, mental fogginess, and a stark decrease in stamina. The research highlighted a critical issue for men over 60. The body's ability to absorb vitamin B12 diminishes with age. This is often due to reduced production of stomach acid and intrinsic factor, a protein vital for B12 absorption. Many men can experience deficiency even with B12-rich foods like meat, fish, and dairy. Up to 20% of adults over 60 may be B12 deficient. David realized that despite eating a reasonably balanced diet, he could easily be falling short on this vital energy igniter. His doctor confirmed this possibility and, following another blood test, recommended a B12 supplement. The impact of adding vitamin B12 was more noticeable in terms of his mental clarity. The brain fog began to lift. His concentration improved and he found himself more engaged in conversations, his thoughts flowing more freely. The physical fatigue continued to lessen. He felt sustained energy throughout the day, rather than the usual mid-afternoon slump. The expert advice proved true. Regular screening for B12 deficiency is a wise step for older adults. David was no longer just pushing through his days. He was starting to live them again with renewed alertness and vigor. The final piece of David's nutrient puzzle was vitamin E. He learned that this vitamin is a potent antioxidant, a defender of the body's cells against oxidative stress and inflammation. These processes accumulate with age and are notorious for sapping energy and slowing down recovery. By protecting cells, vitamin E supports overall vigor and can help maintain healthy blood vessels, promoting good circulation. For men over 60, the protective role of vitamin E becomes even more significant. The cumulative effect of oxidative damage can accelerate aspects of aging and diminish vitality. Vitamin E helps counteract this by supporting cardiovascular health and may play a role in supporting healthy hormone production, including testosterone. Enhanced blood flow is essential not just for physical endurance, but also for intimate performance, an area where many men notice changes. David began consciously incorporating more vitamin E-rich foods. Almonds and sunflower seeds became his go-to snacks, and he used olive oil and ate more leafy greens. While vitamin E deficiency is less common than D or B12 deficiencies, ensuring adequate intake through whole foods can significantly maintain energy levels. With the addition of vitamin E focus, David felt a more holistic improvement. It wasn't just about having more energy, it was about feeling more robust, more resilient. His recovery after physical activity seemed quicker. There was a definite increase in his overall sense of well-being, feeling his body was functioning more efficiently. The expert consensus was that ensuring enough vitamin E is a smart strategy for maintaining cellular health, supporting circulation, and bolstering energy and vitality in later years. Months passed. The David who now greeted the world was a stark contrast to the man who had resigned himself to a life of diminishing returns. The workshop, once a symbol of his lost energy, was now buzzing with activity. He was crafting intricate birdhouses for his grandchildren, the familiar scent of sawdust, a joyful perfume. He wasn't just watching his grandkids play. He was down on the floor with them, building elaborate Lego castles, his laughter mingling with theirs, no longer winded after just a few minutes. Evening walks with his wife were reinstated, not as a chore, but as a cherished time to connect. His stride energetic, his conversation animated. He had more energy at the end of the day than he'd had at the beginning for years. His friends noticed the change. The spark was back in his eyes, the quickness in his wit, the enthusiasm in his voice. He wasn't just coping, he was thriving. This wasn't about turning back the clock to his youth, but about becoming the best version of himself in his 60s. He felt a genuine sense of rejuvenation, a renewed zest for life that radiated from him. He was proof that vitality indeed has no age limit. The combination of these three essential vitamins, supported by his doctor's guidance and a continued commitment to a healthy lifestyle, had not just given him back his energy, it had given him back himself. Looking back, David marveled at how close he had come to accepting a muted existence. His journey wasn't about discovering an elusive elixir of youth, but about understanding his body's changing needs and addressing them with targeted, scientifically supported nutrition. He realized that while aging brings inevitable changes, a significant decline in energy and vitality isn't necessarily one of them. The power of vitamin D, the sunshine powerhouse, had rebuilt his foundational strength and mood. Vitamin B12, the energy igniter, had cleared the fog from his mind and re-energized his cells. And vitamin E, the antioxidant defender, had provided an important shield, supporting his circulation and overall robustness. Together, these nutrients had created a synergistic effect, restoring his energy, sharpening his performance, and reigniting his vitality. He understood now that these weren't just supplements, they were keys that helped his body unlock its own potential to feel good, regardless of the number on his birth certificate. David's journey really shows how important a proactive approach to health is after 60. Get your levels checked, don't guess. Regular blood tests for vitamin D and vitamin B12 can identify deficiencies early, allowing for targeted intervention. This is a simple step your doctor can help you with. Prioritize food first, supplement wisely. Aim to get these essential vitamins from a balanced diet rich in whole foods. However, since absorption can be a challenge with age, don't hesitate to use supplements if they're recommended by your healthcare provider. Stay active. Physical activity works hand in hand with these vitamins to maximize energy and vitality. Even moderate exercise like daily walks can make a significant difference. An important note: consult your doctor. This information is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Before starting any new supplement regimen, it's absolutely essential to speak with your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider. David's story is a testament to the power of informed choices. If you're a man over 60 and you've been feeling that your energy, performance, or vitality isn't what it used to be, perhaps it's time to explore these essential nutrients. We encourage you to discuss vitamin D, vitamin B12, and vitamin E with your healthcare provider. Ask if testing your levels might be beneficial for you. What are your experiences with maintaining energy and vitality as you age? Have you found certain nutrients or lifestyle changes particularly helpful? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. Your journey could inspire someone else. And if you found this information valuable, please give this video a like. Share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe for more insights into maintaining your health and vitality at every stage of life. David's transformation from a man resigned to decline to one brimming with renewed life serves as a powerful reminder. While we cannot stop the aging process, we can influence how we experience it. The idea that advancing years automatically mean frailty and fatigue is one that deserves to be challenged. By understanding the important role of essential nutrients like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and vitamin E, and by working with healthcare professionals to address our individual needs, it's possible to boost energy, enhance performance, and reclaim a real sense of vitality. Your 60s and beyond can be a time of continued engagement, passion, and well-being. The potential is there. Sometimes, all it takes is finding the right keys to tap into it.